J Drone here. What's going on, guys? Adam SE in there. We're going to send it. We're going to show you a little bit of the app interface. Take it for some distance. All right, guys, we're going to show you a little of the app interface here. Our distance at the bottom, our height's at the bottom. You will see notifications that'll be just below where it says capable of taking off, showing you the map interface. We will jump over to the camera and kind of go back and forth between them, which again will be a good look at the app interface, see how crisply and smoothly it transitions. So we have takeoff. The return point has been updated. Please pay attention to where you are on the map. That's where it will do a return home. Prior to starting this, I did have to do all types of updates. I believe there's 3 or 4 updates that you had to do prior to being able to flying. So we are cruising, boom. See what it says? Flight height limit has been reached. Beginner mode can be turned off in settings. Flight distance has been reached. Beginner mode can be turned off in settings. So you know what we're going to do. We're going to bring it back, bring it up. Come on back now. And then we're going to sit down, and then off screen what we'll do is upper right corner, you can go into your settings and you can adjust it from beginner mode off, and then you have 3 different flight modes. You have a movie mode, you have a normal mode, and you have a speed mode, like a sport mode. We're going to have it in the center. We're not going to be flying in a movie mode, which right now we are in normal. We've already switched that. Now's when things are going to get a little bit interesting. We're going to go for broke. We're going to go for broke, and what do I mean? I'm going to show you exactly how long you have on this battery in these type of flight conditions. Right now we are flying into a 4-mile-per-hour wind. It's really not heavy or anything. Temperature is actually prime. We're sitting at about 60 degrees here. 60 degrees. Beautiful out, especially for Pennsylvania, where we've been in the freeze zone all the way up in, like yesterday, it was freezing out. As you can see, the drone is about to reach the maximum height, which is that 400 feet ceiling. They don't want you going higher than that. That's to protect your drones, protect anybody that's actually flying up there. And again, we're not going to stay on the boom. That's what I was talking about. Not going to stay on the map the entire time. We're going to switch back and forth. That was pretty clean. That was a crisp 1-over. I will tell you that I'm using a cell phone that does not have any cellular data. There's no cell service to it. I highly recommend doing that, or with your traditional phone, turning it off. If you get a call mid-flight, who knows what will happen. And as you can see, I'm adjusting the map. Boom, we are switching back and forth, and then we will go back into that. So that's just something to let you know. And again, we're going to take this for max distance, for me anyway. When the screen starts to break up, we're going to turn around. And that's not going to happen for quite some bit. You can see we're nearing the 3,000, I believe it is. 3,000 foot mark, yes. We're at 2.8, 2.9, and then we'll hit 3,000. Great drone, guys. The drone's lightweight. In the past, the DJI Phantoms, the Wingsland Minivets, those larger underbody carrying drones with massive motors, those are scary to put up in the air. Those are scary to take for a distance, because what happens if that goes down? It's done. It's not surviving. This might stand a chance. And it's also not nerve-wracking putting something that heavy in the air. This thing's extremely lightweight, and it is underneath the weight parameters that you need to register. That was the whole idea of the drone, just like other drone series that came out with that, folders that this looks almost identical to. That's what they're gearing towards here, man. And as you can see, we are out there. We're nearing 5,000 feet. We're at 4.7. We're at 4.8, 4.9, and we just hit 5. We're going to keep going up. Going to keep going. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Go tell your brother, sister, uncle, cousin about the channel too, if you're interested in drones. I do a lot more than that. We do abandoned exploration. We mess around with small motors and whatnot. And then we run in stores occasionally and grab some treasure hunt Hot Wheels. Look at that green water down there. So you can see it's starting to skip right now. That's before the power lines here. It's getting a little skippy. Skip to my loo. Which doesn't really bother me. I have full transmission. I can see I have 17 satellites. I trust this thing will come back. If it fully disconnects, you see it kind of geeking out right there. we're nearing 7,000. We're at 6.7, 6.8, and I'm turning around. Just getting a little too choppy for me. And here's something. Check this out. I know the SD card in here works because I've recorded off it before. I switched over to picture. I went to take a picture. What? Too low to take a picture. It wouldn't. So in order to do the update, you actually had to have an SD card in it as well. And this was the SD card that was in it. This is the SD card that I've specifically used for this drone to take video. So why it wouldn't take that picture is beyond me. Not a big deal, but just something to realize. Upper right hand is estimated time still allotted in the air. Again, we're going to take it back home. These were screen recordings. So image quality, we're not showcasing image quality, although the image quality is pretty good. We are literally showing you distance, which we just did, and now we're going to get into a flight time. Full flight time on the battery. Again, I guarantee nobody else is going to do this because we got a full flight time on the battery. And I know this just as well as you will know this come towards the end of the video, so stick with me. It will also get interesting. I don't just beeline it the next time out. We are beelining it home. And then once we land, we'll restart again and actually go somewhere and check out some things moving on the ground and follow some things moving on the ground. And then we'll also touch on another issue, something that I'm not super happy about. But again, stay with me. Don't want to ruin the party here. It's a nice flyer though. It really is. To hold my interest this long, I did a lot of testing and developing before it was even available for the market. And then afterwards, I'm still flying it. It says something about the drone. I've done a lot of testing and a lot of reviewing and a lot of development for other companies. And after the testing and development was done, the drone kind of got shelved and maybe I revisited it a year later. But to fly something continuously and actually have it grab bag ready to go, grab bag's huge. Drone companies, if you're not providing a grab bag with a handle on top and a strap on the shoulder for your portable drone, you're missing the mark. You are missing the mark, absolutely. This is easy. Make sure the battery's charged. Oh, I got to go to work. Boom. It's like my lunchbox. I've taken that thing in the car more than I've flown it because I've wanted to fly it and just kind of missed opportunity, especially with the weather here. A lot of the time when it's really cold weather here and weather's kicking up, we get a lot of wind. Today's not bad. Today's actually perfect, so it's a perfect day to run this test. Again, upper right is estimated time that it thinks you're allotted in the air. Start of the video, you can minus what? The 10, 15 seconds that we started, and then you can start your clicker. You can start your clicker. Every time that we take off, all the time in the air, I've recorded. That way you have an accurate assessment of how long you could actually fly this. A lot of the guys are just flying it until the return home kicks in. We're not doing that. We're actually going to override the return home several times. And then there's another feature where if you keep doing that, it's going to want to auto land, which again, we'll get to all that. You'll see all the notifications on the screen, upper left, just below where it says return to home, 96 feet. And we are just about home. We're just about back to J-Drone, and then we'll start it up again and we will send it. The reason I stopped and started constantly is I wanted to make sure I had the video because, like I said, in the beginning of this video, not the past, like, wow, that was so long ago. Well, it seems like it's a long time because, again, we're testing flight time. But like I said before, we're going for duration here, and I'm screen recording, so I wanted to make sure I had my footage. There I am. We're going to swing it around. We're going to land this, and then we will take off again. Guys, again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? I try to throw up so much content on this channel, you don't even need to be anywhere else. I'm joking. I probably would get a little bit stale. Boom, the drone is in the process of landing. You can adjust the landing via sticks. Boom, capable of taking off. That's what we're going to do. We're going to take off again, upper right, showing that we have 15 minutes and 26 seconds. That's what it's estimating. J-Drone really wants to press the issue here. Really want to press the issue. I really want to let you guys know what type of flight time you could have on your battery. What will happen if you push the limits, because something will happen. And then you could be extremely confident with the drone because I've already went above and beyond and did what most people won't do. So we're going to fly this gut here just for a little bit. and then we are going to go check out the miners. They are digging. They got big machinery. We're going to focus in on them with the camera. And this is how we get to them. The large black mountains, upper right, that's actually where we're going. And that is where some machinery is. And we're going to kind of hover. So yeah, take that into play. There are point and periods of time during this flight, which coming up, where I'm not constantly moving. I was hovering. So if you hover just consistently, you go take this drone outside and just hover and record. If maybe you actually have some type of movement where you just wanted to sit, hover, and record, maybe go to a basketball court and put the thing up in there. Maybe you'll get a longer flight time because it's not being manipulated. You're not going forward. You're not using a lot of energy versus consistently flying, maybe flying into wind, flying against crosswind, etc. Although, if it is hovering and there is some type of wind, understand that the gyro stabilization will be active. The GPS will be active. So those things are going to use a little juice, especially if it's fighting wind and it has to constantly counter it, versus flying in perpetual motion and going, boom, beeline somewhere. So we are coming up on them. You can see they're doing a lot of work out here. This never looked like this before. I've actually never really flown over in this direction before because there's nothing interesting over here. It was just that main road and it was all dead mining land. But now, as you can see, they're developing it and they're digging, filling trucks. Center of the screen, there is a crane. There's a truck. And we will stop there. We'll stop there and you can see there's another truck coming over. Kind of show the process they're doing too. We're going to stop. We're going to have a little look-see. Upper right showing 10 minutes. 10 minutes and 30 seconds. 10:45. It's going up. Why is it going up? Why are we getting more battery? For the exact reason that I explained before. If you stop and you hover, you're using less battery. You're not juicing the battery as much. The top left roller will adjust your camera. We've adjusted it downwards just to check out these trucks here. The one off to the right has stopped. He's actually waiting for this truck to be filled, which he's getting a scoop here. One more scoop, and I believe he's going to be off. The other one will come over and then back in. A little spoiler alert. Upper right hand showing we have 10:56, 10:41, 10:34, 10:43, 10:56, 10:55. So as this thing's being hit by wind slightly, what I say, the gyro has to work. That's going to consume energy. If it was a completely stale day, again, it's not terrible. It's not terrible out. Maybe that wouldn't affect it so much, but it definitely has to stabilize. Otherwise, it'll be all wonky and toilet bowl like we've seen with some generic other drones. What I did there, I was actually going down a little bit lower. And now you can see we've reached our maximum altitude again because we are like 4,000 feet away. You can see the trucks moving. One guy setting up, that guy preparing to leave with a full load. So be aware if you're a considerable distance away from yourselves and you decide to drop altitude, your image is going to get a little sketchy, especially at 4,000 some odd feet. So looks like we got an escort. I don't know. I think that's just coincidence. I don't think he's escorting the truck out. I know this road. I was actually out on this road, mini bike yesterday, which I didn't show that in the video from yesterday. But if you would like to check out some on-road mini bike video, we did that. We're going to go ahead and follow these guys. And here's where J-Drone starts to get just a little bit agitated. Smart low battery return. It shows we have 10 minutes out. I know where I am. The drone's not going to take no 10 minutes out. Now it shows we have 8:39, 8:51, 9:24. It's kind of all over the place, 10:24. I know where I am. I'm in between the town off to the right and the larger town that's linear left to right. So I allowed it to go back to return to home. But then I'm like, nah, I really wanted to catch the vehicles moving, man. So you have an X on the left to that notification. You can click out of that. I'm not really there. The truck's off to the left. The car is dead center. And we have reached our max height. Just about. We're still 3 and change. The truck actually looks like it's parking. Or maybe it's going to dump all the way left. We're going to follow this car, which is the fun. That's a little fun. We're going to get a little cinematic here. I did not use the SD card. I don't even know if it would have let me use the SD card after the update because I couldn't even take an image, couldn't take a photo. You can see it's getting a little sketchy, a little sketch. We are 3,361 away from ourselves. And that wobbling and bobbling, that's me not finessing the sticks. These sticks, the gimbals on these are pretty precise. If you are fat-fingered or if you're just shoving them, sliding them, and pushing them, it's going to show. If you really finesse these sticks, it'll also show. Or it won't show, I guess you should say. It'll be continuous smooth transition with the electric image stabilization. Electric image stabilization is all done inside the drone. There is no gimbal, much like the original Bebop 1 and the Bebop 2. They're doing a pretty good job with this. They've pretty much nailed it. If they get some ARS on the drone, which is anti-roll stabilization, pair that up with the image stabilization, boom, you're not going to see the rolling from not finessing the gimbals, which are the sticks. Just following this guy out. Again, I know where I am. It shows I have 807 to go. Not worried about it. Boom. Again, frustrating. Once you cancel it, that should be it. Don't keep trying to send me home. I've already canceled it. I already said I don't want to go home. I know how far home is. And if I have to drop this, boom, and again, in quick succession, I'm trying to follow that vehicle. If I had to set it down here, I could do the walk of shame. We've done the walk of shame further with the MJX Bugs 3. We've actually done it off to the left where that water is, just a little bit northeast to that water. We've taken a Bugs 3 all the way out there. But here's a little finesse into the sticks. It's a little bit jumpy. Again, don't judge the video quality. This is screen recording. But if you finesse the sticks nicely, you get smooth transitions from different angles. Again, I like the drone. Do I like the fact it kept trying to send me home? No. We're going home on my own now. I see I have 6 minutes and 15 seconds, 6 and 10, 5:54. I can make it home. I know I can make it home. So that's where we're going right now. Was not thrilled about it continuously trying to send me home. That was very frustrating. It messed up my shot and messed up the little finessing on the sticks. Smart battery turn. Dude, I can do it on my own. Again, I clicked X. I've clicked X how many times? Stop trying to bring me home. I'm bringing myself home. Now, if you're not familiar with your surroundings or if you have lots of hazards, like tons of water, buildings or something like that, you really need to know your area. I know this area like the back of my hands. I can set this down anywhere out here and go get it. If you're in the middle of the city and you sit this thing down on the wrong building that you don't have access to, you've probably lost your drone. If you're flying over water and you're really pushing the limits and the thing drops down in the center of a lake, well, you definitely lost your drone unless you like scuba diving. But in that juncture, your drone is probably fried. We are not done. I'm going to set this down again and we're going to go for broke. So if you're still with me, I appreciate you. If you decide to skedaddle early, you're gonna miss it. You already missed it. I don't even know why I'm talking to you. 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 32, 52, 522. Doing a little cruising in the field here just to burn the battery. Again, we're gonna bring it back and set it down. And you can see I'm not finessing the sticks at all. We're kind of MJX sport flying the thing, and we are in normal mode. We are not in sport mode. I could only imagine if you were in sport mode, the image is going to bounce around even more. There is a film mode, so if film and video is what you're looking for out of this drone, make sure you're in film mode. It'll fly a lot slower. The rates are going to be a lot more docile. But again, we're going to set this down. It shows we have 531, and then we're going to continue the video. There J drone is. Boom. Yeah, appreciate y'all watching. We're a little high. Let's try that again. Little bit high up in the air. Boom. Appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you. Again, we're going to sit this down and go for broke. It's showing we have 420, 355. We ain't got much time. We ain't got much time left on this battery. That drone is in the process of landing. You can adjust, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Here we go. Go for broke. Force takeoff. Yes, we are forcing takeoff. Once the battery gets so low, it will prompt you that it's not a good idea to fly the battery. It shows we have 4 minutes and 6 seconds. The return home point has been updated. Upper left, flying low power. We are flying in low power, and it seems like it actually put it in the lower rates itself, the camera mode, because it's not flying as fast anymore. Return height is 98 feet. Again, all your prompts and notifications are coming from upper left. Your upper right, that 3 minutes and 46 seconds, that's the estimated time that it's saying you have in the air. Obviously, we have full signal. We are pretty close to ourselves, only about 250, 260, 270 feet away from ourselves. We have 21 satellites, which is really impressive. And we are just cruising around. It shows we have 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Again, I know this area very well. If I had to sit this down, no problems. I go get it. It's not a problem. But we are going to encounter another problem. We're going to encounter another fail-safe that I'm not too happy about. I'm not sure if you can turn all these fail-safes off, but I sure as heck would like to. Absolutely, I'd like to. And once you say, hey, battery's low, we're returning home, and I click X, don't keep prompting me, man. And I don't know if that was like that prior to this because I never pushed the envelope on this, but I'm not happy with it. Giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly. We are at 250, 251, 243. Good, the bad, and the ugly almost happened over here. The ugly almost happened around this corner. We're going to get a prompt soon. We're at 217. Boom, the drone is in the process of landing. I didn't read that. I thought it said the drone is in the process of return home. Boom, look how close we're getting. Trees, trees, trees. It was like, oh no, what is going on? Right? Fortunately, you can mildly override this by pushing up on the sticks and taking it back home. Once you stop increasing altitude, this thing is going to want to decrease altitude. It's trying to land. Right now, I'm forcing it not to land by increasing altitude, and we're going back home. Minute 58, 2:15. On foot, I can make it where this thing is probably in less time. I wish it was in meters. If it was in meters, I'd definitely be able to tell you how fast because I actually run. I run quarter miles, half miles, miles, etc. And I time myself in meters. But we still going. We still going. We got 2 minutes. It says we have 2 minutes. It says we have 1 and change, 153, 140. We're not far. We are not far. Keep an eye on that upper right. And again, this is your full flight time expectancy, providing that you're actually flying the drone. If you're hovering, if you're taking video, if you're taking photographs, then you're going to get a lot longer time. I shouldn't say double lot. You're going to get probably, I would estimate, 4 to 6 extra minutes if you're just chilling. The battery jumps abnormally, which triggers a smart return home. Please restart the drone. What is that about? Restart the drone in the air? We can't do that. We got to make it home. There I am. You can see J drone. We are at 000 estimated time in the air. 000 estimated time in the air. 000 estimated time in the air. And we're pretty close. We are pretty close. The thing froze. It literally fell out of the air onto the ground. So just be aware, guys, if you're going to do that, like really push the limit, the thing will eventually just drop. Fortunately, we're close enough to the ground. I don't see any type of damage whatsoever. We kind of landed over here. But that's the full battery. That's the most time you could actually expect to fly. There might be a 2 to 3 mile per hour wind, 5 max. It's pretty warm out here. It's really not cold. So guys, understand, if you're going to push the limits with this thing may just drop. The battery should be good. That's the benefit using these type of batteries versus LiPo. They're able to be drained completely and then recharged without damaging cells. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button. Questions, comments, concerns, put it down below. Later.